So I'm a big fan of Nikola Tesla, one of our history's greatest inventors, and I'm a big fan of a musical artist named Sewerperson. So I thought it was pretty cool when I found out that they're both from Croatia, so just based off of that I made a tweet and said Sewerperson is the Nikola Tesla of music. Of course it sounded kinda unrealistic, so I left it in the drafts, but over the coming weeks and months after leaving that tweet in the drafts and listening to Sewerperson and some of his classic 9tails songs, I started to notice more similarities between the two, and I'm here to present those. This is the Nikola Tesla of music. So if you didn't already know, Sewerperson used to go by 9tails. A lot of people found him through these anime GIF YouTube posts, because those always hit different. Throughout this video I'm going to be referring to him as Miles, which is his name, and I'll be using mostly his music as sources for the information I'm going to give, since his social media platforms are mostly scarce to this info, as he's only started posting on social media as Sewerperson in the past year. Which brings me to my first similarity. Outside of the fact that they're both from Croatia, which I mentioned earlier, we know this from these two Sewerperson songs.
Only keep my bros in my inner circle. Croatia background, so I got a template. If you let me loose, it won't get any better. And I gotta break me if shit was too strong. I was too gone. Hit me with the heat, feel like I'm in Tucson. All these people fake, need to move back to Croatia. Laying in the motherland, woman like a southerland.
Now, the next similarity I'd like to mention is a common one, but both of these individuals focus deeply on their passions. Miles mentions this in a few of his songs, but this is just one example where he relates the passion to an antidote.
You think you sick enough, then I'll give you the antidote. Fuck up your system, feel the passion and just let it flow.
Now for Tesla, this deep care of his passion for science and inventing had a negative financial impact throughout all his life because he didn't care for money nor the business side of his creations, and was widely known as a bad businessman, having his ideas stolen more than a few times and saying that he didn't care that people stole his ideas, he cared that they didn't have one of their own. Now similarly for Miles, it appears he cares little for the business side of music, or at least the conventional ways to gain more of an audience in music. This is demonstrated by all the color EPs, which were the first few projects Miles released as Sewerperson, having little to no promotion on his social media, with Miles only posting on his Instagram blacked out video snippets for only a few of the songs on those EPs, and those have since been deleted. Another thing worth mentioning is this comment I saw in the Sewerperson Discord, where this person is talking about how Miles didn't have a YouTube channel or Spotify set up as 9tails, and that this hindered his growth, which goes to support the point that he really just does this for the music. Another demonstration of that is the amount of albums he puts out in short time frames, despite it being well known that generally singles produce more growth. Miles actually mentions others trying to get him to market his music in a different way for greater growth on this 9tails song.
They keep trying to show me where I gotta go. I don't need you to promote me, I did this on my own. I might be growing slowly, at least I fucking grow. Feeling like it's YTV the way I'm in my zone.
Of course, these things don't matter when your main focus is the passion. Tesla's passion for the pursuit of science and the betterment of humanity wasn't about money, just as Miles' passion for music isn't about popularity, numbers, nor money. Both of these individuals have a deep care for creation, and here are two other songs that support this point.
It's on my head, I'm too cocky. I think I honestly fuck me. I'm just in love with creation. These rappers, someone with hobbies. There ain't shit they can teach me. It's the only thing they had taught me. They ain't good with their words. That's why they stick to side quests. Me, I got a bigger mission. Make the wave, place a bait. I'm going rapper fishing. Contacts filled up with ARs. I got a lot of digits. Know the money talk. I never been one to listen.
And when your main focus is a passion, you get a plethora of works, and great works of that. Tesla had around 300 patents under his name and created some of the greatest advancements in technology, most notably the AC or alternating current electric system, which is the predominant electric system used across the world today. Similarly, in my humble opinion, Miles has made some of the best music I've heard, and not only that, he's made a lot of it, having just over 500 songs that he has made or is featured on SoundCloud. Now this came about from the grind. Multiple 9tails songs talk about not having leisure time and to be purely on grind.
And I take the leverage, I flaunt less than I really could. Unwind and I peel the woods. Fun time is not in the books. Game is hard, but I'm silly good. Bad bitch and she swallowed nut like show love, but I'll never be a hubby. No, I'm never splitting shit. I work too hard to part with it. Yeah. Don't relax because you shouldn't have the time to. Silk rope slipped out, take a quick dip like it's fondue. Nips. Nights, yeah, fully devoted to this dream, yeah. Skip on outings to play with computer screens, yeah. Skip my meals, this grind is all I really need. I'm too deep inside to say it's not for me. Real shit.
She take off her makeup and I like her even more. Put on my grind. I see them pictures out the studio, if it could say time, and I really don't mind. I can find my energy and water my eyes, only time that I cry.
And this grind of focusing on the passion led to this feeling of having control over what you envision. This is the same visionary ability that Tesla had. Miles talks about this in his song Factuals.
Experiencing a feeling of upgrading on my system and slowly taking a hold of like everything I envision. I've been craving this feeling far before the beginning, far before all of them.
And he also touches on this in his song Sewers.
It's my job for this. You shall see everything I had imagined come to me. Exactly how I had accounted. I got some.
Now, something interesting that he may have accounted for in this song is his first album as Sewerperson. Comment.
Fucking comic shit, I load up in the lyrics and I fire like a rocket ship. Quick with it, I'm burning lately, I've been on my comic shit. I get to the cheese, I've been on my Wallace and Gromit shit.
I thought that was pretty cool, but I'd like to come back to what I said about the visionary ability that Tesla had. It is said that before he would start building an invention, he would build it entirely in his head, because if the invention didn't work in his head, it would be a waste to make a non-functional product. This idea of working more in the brain and in the physical world is another similarity Miles has with Tesla. As he mentions in the Lion-Fox hybrid, he spends plenty nights too deep in thought.
I'm so funny, nights too deep in thought and realize that I'm too cold. My greatest strengths remain in boxes left to go collect more. Guess you never really know what you hold.
People called Tesla a hard worker, but most of his work was done in thought, and when Miles says all his greatest strengths remain in boxes left to go collect mold, Tesla can relate to this, as he at one point was working in the slums where he felt his vast knowledge was being put to no use, left to go collect mold. Now, this last similarity has to do with the recent report the FBI released on Tesla saying that Tesla was from Venus. You can find this on the FBI website, and the evidence is sort of word of mouth, so this obviously sounds outlandish, but so is this Nikola Tesla of music theory I'm speaking upon, so take it how you will. But now that we've established Tesla as an alien, I'd like to bring attention to some things Miles has said in a few of his songs.
Okay, I'm homie on my homie, bro, I'm only half gay. She asked me where I'm from, I point at the sky like that way. A pot is killing, everything became gray, just swear I got so spice. Baby, are you human? Had to tell her that I might. At least when she found out, she couldn't tell me I was lying. If I told you everything, you look at me like mine free. Halfway across the universe, you fuckers wanna fight me. Just bad. If these street lights didn't exist, I could see through the sword back and play to my shoe. Let me go home, girl, this planet is shit. Let me go home, girl, I'm missing the downside back.
So now we can gather that Miles is an alien just like Tesla, from the mentions of coming from the sky, almost lying about being human, and wanting to leave this planet. And that, along with everything else mentioned in this video, is why I think that Miles is the Nikola Tesla of music. I'd like to say that this video doesn't do justice to Miles nor Nikola Tesla's story, so I implore you to do a bit of research on Tesla since he isn't taught about in American schools. I've linked a few of my favorite videos of his story in the description, and as for Miles' story, someone on Reddit posted about making a video essay about him, and I have no doubts that somebody will eventually make a video similar to that, so when it is made, I'll link it in the description. But for now, the closest to understanding his story is through the music. Quite the blessing.